How about you? I'm Hank. Today we're going to see if the TYM T574 can pull this 12-foot Batwing that I just got. If you haven't seen the video of me trading my truck in, I had a 1995 OBS Ford F350 that I traded in on this bush hog here. It's 12 foot wide. It's a BW12 from Woods. Woods makes excellent products. So I was excited to get a Woods. Anyway, we're going to check it out. We're going to hook it up. I had the PTO shaft cut. On the other video, we tried to hook it up to the tractor and the PTO shaft was too long. I took it over to my buddy's house. He cut it, welded it back together. And now we're going to see if I got my measurements right. You know what I mean? So let's take a look at the bush hog a little bit, the Batwing bush hog a little bit, and then we'll hook up the TYM T574 to it, and we'll see if this can get it cut. All right, let's see if that tractor can pull the Batwing. All right, this is the measurements I took were from the PTO end of the PTO shaft here and the end of the PTO shaft there. It was 45 inches. So we went and measured it, and here is the where it ends right here. So this is the weld here. And so I think that hopefully we did it right. I got everything greased, put back together, and now what we'll do is we'll hook up the tractor and see if it'll pull. I might have to adjust the spacers here to get it lower. I'm not sure yet. Once we get the hydraulics hooked up to it, then we'll be able to figure that out. All right, so let's get the tractor hooked up to it and see if this sucker will pull it and cut some grass with it. Woods BW12 out of Oregon, Illinois. Woods Batwing. And when I get it up here and hooked up, I'll go ahead and let it down because I need to check the gear oil in these two. In the previous video, I only checked the gear oil in this one. Okay. We can see if the PTO shaft works now. It's a little challenging to, yeah, plenty of room. What's it's hitting on that. Let's see if I can turn this, but that's going to turn and. Yeah. All right, let me see if I can figure this out. What's happening is the shield is hitting the T-bar here, but I think the shield's going to hit. Let me see something. All right, I cut that protective shield off there. I know, that's not the right thing to do. All right, so now she'll turn without hitting that, but now I've got to figure out how to secure it. I wonder if I can bring it up this way and let the, probably not. Let's see if it hits now. I think it's gonna still hit. Yeah, it's still going to hit, so I've got to get a different pin. Let me go find a different pin to put in here, and then we'll go from there. That pin right there just ain't going to work. All right, I'm just going to use, this is a pin for like putting on 3-point implements or whatever, you know. So I'm just going to run that through there now, and then I'll get the real pin. I just want to see if it's going to work, you know what I mean? And then we'll put the right stuff on it later, but that'll keep it from, that'll at least pull the Batwing. I say that, let me see. Oh yeah, there's ½ inch play there, maybe even 1 inch. Okay, this is what goes in it. So here's what's happening. The tractor comes with a drawbar with this in it, which is the right size. But when you add that backhoe subframe here, that hole for the drawbar is smaller than the one that's on the machine. I think what I'm going to end up doing is just drilling that hole out and making it the same size so I can put this back in it. Know what I mean, Vern? Oh, let me, now we can do this up here. Get it out of the way. First time it's kind of wonky, but once you figure it out, you'll figure it out, you know what I mean? Put my pin back here. So put my hydraulic hoses here. Let me get a rag, hold on. From what I understand, you put your tractor in detent, and that's how you run the machine. What I've done with the other ones, you know, I put these different color-coded zip ties on them. So I might have to do the same for these, I'm not sure yet. Figure out which hose goes in which spool. Let's let the Batwings down and check the fluids in the gearbox. I think they're gravity fed though for the downforce, and then you just use the hydraulics to pick up the machine. So let's see, can I push them down? They have some pins in them, but they've lost the pins, unless that's one of them. All right, let me fire up the tractor and see if I can let this thing down somehow or another. After a lot of beating and prodding, I finally got that hydraulic hose to relieve the pressure. So let's set these out. I'll check the gearbox oils and then grease those 2 points, and then we'll see if we can cut some grass in this thing. All right, let's check the gearbox oils and then go from there. We'll check this gearbox first. And I forgot my grease gun, so I'll hit these the next time I service the Batwing. Now remember what size this was? Was it 19? Because I just used a 17 and it didn't work. 19! Alright, she's a little low. I will say this, it's at an incline this way, so that's alright though. It should be okay. Oh yeah, look at it. I'm not sure it was low. Do the same thing on the other side. Put some rust preventer on the deck of the bush hog, otherwise known as hydraulic oil. Oh yeah, she's good. So the gearboxes are good. All right, let's see if this TYM T574 can pull this 12-foot wide Woods BW12. All right, I think I got it figured out. A lot of trial and error there. All right, here comes the PTO. Here we go. So mirrors are super important here. Much better. There's a couple things I'm going to talk about when we get through cutting. I started about 11:30. That's about when I started cutting. So we'll go. We'll see how long it takes me to cut this field, and then I'll talk about some of my lessons learned about this. All right. Running about 4.1 miles an hour. The tractor has zero issues with it. No issues whatsoever. Again, I'm in Florida, flat. think I figured out how far off the line to stay, and I was having trouble still leaving tall grass, so I think you drive up to the turn and then turn, and that allows you to get it all. No, maybe not. See, I still left, you can't tell it on there, but I still left some. So let's try this. Maybe you go past the turn, or maybe you go past the grass. So I put my left front tire there in the cut grass, and then a slow turn. Yeah, that takes care of it there. So I put my left front tire, and then a sweeping turn, and then get back on track. About a tire width off of the previous cut road. Left turn, sweeping. So the whole purpose is to maximize that 12-foot cutting width. See how, I don't know if you can tell, but I missed it there. That last turn I missed. But it's getting kind of tight now. So we're about to wrap this up. Let's see. It's 12:05, and we started around 11:30, I think. Something like that. I missed that corner. Doggone it. As we get tight, it's a little easier when the turns ain't as tight. Let me go back here and hit some of these turns that I missed. Right there. Then I got a turn that I missed right there. Oh, and right there in front of me. I'll come back and get that one next pass. Oh, there's another one. Let me hit this one right quick. But the tractor's pulling it fine. No big issues on the tractor. I done tried to kill that bird about 9 times. He better watch out. All right, let's go get that other patch over there, and then we'll come back and get this patch right here. We're about done. Just got this little section right here. All right, let me back this thing up. And just one little spot right here and we are done. One little strip right there. All right, we're finished. Let's see what time. 12:12. Got one little spot right here I missed. Let's just go cut up let's go touch up just a place or two that I see I didn't quite get. Here's a spot I missed. And here's a spot I missed. And I think that had to do it. Wow. Is that not cool, y'all? It is. 12:12. I am done with this field. I want to say that was 45 minutes. Let's talk about a few things. Woods advertises that you can have a 35 horsepower PTO out of the back, PTO horsepower, and you can pull this Woods BW12 with it. You can. But man, seriously, 42 minutes and I'm done. That is a game changer. I still don't think I'm setting it up right. I still don't think my hydraulics are set up right because it kept drifting down. And I'd have to lift it up every now and again. Maybe it's because the breather tubes are clogged up or something. I'm not sure. I'll ask my buddy Matt about that. He'll tell me how to fix all that. But man, it's actually a better cut than my 6-foot. So let's park it. Man, I'm telling you, I'm so excited about it. 45 minutes I cut this field. I can't believe it. That is just insane. Now, I ain't getting as close as I can. I've got to figure out how to make the turns, because you want to maximize the cutting depth that we talked about earlier. So you got to maximize, or you got to figure out how to turn it to get the grass cut in the turns, but also how far off the road do I stay. So, you know, obviously I stay this far off. That's how far off I stay. And what is that? You know, 2 foot, 3 foot. So, you know, practice makes perfect. So you can pull a 12-foot bush hog in a field, a relatively flat field, with a T574 55 horsepower tractor, and if you live in Florida. I don't think it would do it if I lived where we had mountains. Unless the grass was already low. I don't think it would cut thick grass if you lived in the mountains. It's just too big of a mower. But here on the flat, you know, this was I think from where I'm standing to the hill is maybe a 6 to 10 foot drop. So it's not exactly a steep grade. But anyway, cool. I appreciate you guys tagging along. Take care. God bless you guys.